Guys, so it's that time again. It's time for Q&A. I know it's been a long time since I uploaded that Q&A ask questions video, but here it is now. I hope it'll be up to standard, so let's get started. So the first question is from Jake Cohen. His question is, what is your ultimate Liverpool 11 from the teams you have watched? Cheers, Jake. Start me off with a difficult one. Reina in goal, Enrique, Carragher, Sami Hyypiä, John Arne Riise. Midfield, Gerrard, Alonso, Haman, Yossi Benayoun, maybe Ryan Babel. It's a cross between Ryan Babel and Harry Kewell. And up front, Torres, Suarez. I'll name 4 strikers: Torres, Suarez, Luis Garcia, and Milan Barros. So I'm not sure if that's 11, but I've named the players I would have now in the Liverpool side. But if you want 11, then Reina, Enrique, Hyypiä, Carragher, Riise, Xabi Alonso, Steven Gerrard, Ryan Babel, Yossi Benayoun, and then Torres and Suarez. So I hope you're happy with that. Joe Eyes Gaming. Why don't you just do a review after every match? You might as well. Well, here's the thing, Joe. When you do match reviews, okay, they're fun for quite a while, but after that, they get really, really repetitive and they get boring. So that's the main thing about football channels, mate. The content is just not very original. It's well, my content is pretty much Liverpool, 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 nothing else except for random videos I make sometimes. So making match reviews is not that fun anymore because I say the same things and it's really repetitive and boring. And if I keep saying the same things, how am I going to attract new audiences? And I really want to attract new audiences, so I might have to change my style a bit. I don't know, but well, I'm considering leaving, so my mind is telling me to leave. So that's why I'm not. Match reviews are not appealing to me at the moment. So, right, cheers for a question, though, Joe. Another question from Joe White Gaming. Favorite cheese? Right, I'm gonna surprise you here, Joe. I don't have a favorite cheese. Okay. Well, that's basically it. I don't have a favourite cheese. I like all kinds of cheese, basically. I always have them in sandwiches and baguettes. I'm not sure why you asked that question, but I did ask for anything you wanted, didn't I? So that's come back to bite me. That's a really difficult question for me to answer, Joe, because I don't have a favourite cheese. Because I like most kinds of cheese. So I don't have a favourite. So that's the best way I can answer that question, in all honesty, Joe. So, but thanks for the 2 questions, mate. I really appreciate it. Scott Evans, one of the legends. What do you think Liverpool's lineup will be in 2 years' time? Scott, you're having me on, but yeah, I know. Right, Scott, I can't predict the future, but I don't see it being any much different than it is now. I still think Gerrard will be there in 2 years' time. Suarez definitely not. He's gonna piss off somewhere, unless we get Champions League football, which is unlikely because we're not good enough for it. Sorry if that's the truth. I don't see it being any different than it is now, to be honest. I fully expect it to almost be the same, except a few more signings. So I don't expect it to change much, in all honesty. So Scott, good question, mate. Really good question, but I really can't answer it because I can't predict the future. But in my opinion, I don't think it'll change much in 2 years. So pretty much the team you see now, but maybe with a few adjustments. So cheers for the question. Awesome Shams, what teams do you follow in the Championship, League 1 and League 2, and what will be the greatest achievement in your life? Okay, I'll be perfectly honest, Awesome Shams, I don't watch League 1 and League 2 because I think it's boring, so I don't watch League 1 and League 2 because it's boring, and so I don't follow any teams from it at all because they don't appeal to me. In the Championship last season, I follow Cardiff City because they're my local side, and I'm also a Cardiff City supporter, and I was overwhelmed but they got promoted, and they got promoted in style by winning the league. So I was overwhelmed by that. I was gutted I couldn't go to the actual game because I really wanted to, but well, you can't go to every game, can you? In all honesty, I can't go to every Liverpool game because I live in South Wales and it's like 4 hours to get up to Liverpool, but every time I go up I love it. So so I follow Cardiff. Well, not exactly follow, I support them. I don't follow any teams in League 1 and League 2 because I think League 1 and League 2 are boring. What would be the greatest achievement in my life? Tough question. I'd be perfectly honest, I really don't think I've achieved much, in all honesty. I think the only achievement I've basically got is with my, probably might be my Hillsborough poem. Might be that. Because that came, well, I'm not trying to sound sorry, but maybe that, because that was a very special moment when I opened on Christmas Day and a very special friend put in a picture frame for me, and I'll never forget it basically, and I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful I have friends. I'm very grateful that people care about me very much, and that's all I want basically. I want people's opinions. I care about people's opinions a lot. Another achievement, maybe coming on YouTube and meeting new legends might be that, because almost 10 months ago now, I believe, apologies if I got that wrong, I started, I don't know why I started, but it's maybe because I was nuts about Liverpool, but my first video, I'll admit, was absolutely shit. Don't watch it, by the way. If you're already gonna watch it, I can't stop you, but it's absolutely shit, guys. It's probably the worst video ever made. So my earlier videos sucked real hard, but with time they got better, and look where I am now. My videos are improving, so, and I hope they still improve, because I want to fulfill my ambition, which is to be a filmmaker. And if that happens, you might even see me on the red carpet, so I hope that happens anyway. So cheers for the question, Awesome Shams. So greatest achievement in my life, either my Hillsborough poem or coming on here on YouTube and meeting new legends. So I can't choose between them, to be honest. Some more questions here from Scott Evans. Cheers, Scott. I know now you're trying to do your part. Oh well, everyone does their part, so thanks guys. Do you play for a team, and what sports do you enjoy? No, I don't play for a team, Scott. I tell you what though, I used to play for a rugby team. I played rugby for 8 years, and I gave it up because I broke my collarbone. And ever since that happened, I don't think I've had the confidence to go back. And because I wasn't that confident playing again, because I was fearing the worst, to be honest. And to be honest, I'm not a very confident person. I've never been confident, and well, that's a really big problem for me, because confidence is really a problem for me. But I really enjoy playing rugby. Football, well, it's too late for me to play football now. I'm 17 now. There's no point in me joining a team. I'll never get in there. So, and by the way, I'm shit at football, guys. I'd be perfectly honest. Every time I try to control the ball, it fucking goes all over the place. I haven't even got a first touch. So, no, I don't play for a football team, but I used to play for a rugby team, and I absolutely loved it. It's a shame I didn't make the most of it, because some of my teammates actually thought I was a pretty good player, and some of them have been asking me to come back. But the thing is, if you go back, then you haven't got much to prove, really. So I'm not considering going back at all, unless I'm really bored and I want to get my fitness level up. So I would actually consider going back if the time was right. So cheers for the question. And what sports do you enjoy? Obviously football, rugby, as I just said, tennis, and I like darts as well. I don't know if you classify darts as a sport, but I like darts. I like throwing the things like that. I never had a 180 though, guys. I'm not like Philip Howard Taylor, but I do enjoy playing darts. I got a dartboard in my garden, so I play once in a while with my dad's, and I beat him, he beats me. I play with my brother sometimes as well. Well, I just enjoy darts basically. I just find it really enjoyable. So football, rugby, tennis and darts. Those are my 4 favourite sports, if you'd classify darts as a sport. Scott Evans again, Jesus Christ. Also, how did you become a Liverpool fan? Oh God. I don't know how many times I've told this story, but if you want to hear it again, here it goes. I was 3 years old. My dad put a Liverpool jersey on me. I believe it was I think it was a 97, 98 away strip. I can't really remember because I'm only 3 years old at that point. No, actually, 98. It was either 97, 98 or 99, 90, 98, 99. I really can't remember, but that's basically how I became a Liverpool fan, because my dad was a massive Liverpool fan in like the 1970s and the 1980s and mid through the 90s. So he's still a Liverpool fan now, but he's not as passionate. But because Liverpool can't shit recently, and they're not the force they once were, which is very unfortunate, because he grew up in the good times, I've grown up in the bad times. So really can't do nothing about it unless Liverpool improve their fortunes on the pitch. And with Brendan Rodgers, they could do that. So that's pretty much the story, Scott. That's just to cut the long story short. 3 years old, Liverpool jersey, Liverpool fan, simple as. But that's to cut the long story short. So cheers for the question again. Here is again, Scott Evans. Who's your idol? I'll keep this short and sweet. My footballing idol is Steven Gerrard for obvious reasons. And my rugby idol is Shane Williams. It's either Shane Williams or Martin Williams, because I absolutely adore them. And they're both retired now, but they're both Welsh rugby legends, and I absolutely admire what they did for the national team. I admire what they did with their clubs as well. With Shane Williams scoring in his final game, that was really great for him, and I have a ton of respect for Shane Williams and also Martin Williams for what they achieved with Wales. And I massively respect Steven Gerrard for what he's done, for staying loyal and staying at his boyhood club when he had the chance to go to Chelsea. And luckily he turned it down, because if he didn't turn it down, he probably would be lifting Premier League titles at Chelsea right now. So, cheers for a question, Scott. Again, the Couchman 100. Suarez, stay or go? Suarez can fuck off. No, I'm only joking. But in all seriousness, if it was me, I'd let him go, because he's embarrassed the club. He's disrespected the club, and he's disrespected the club's fans, and that's unacceptable. I hate players like that who just have overwhelming support and don't appreciate it, and they don't even tell the club privately that they want to leave, and that just cooks my swede, to be honest. I'm not sure if you heard that phrase before, but if he goes to Arsenal, I'll be pissed. So I think he'll stay, but obviously we don't know yet. We can't be sure until the end of the transfer window, so it's another month yet to wait, so we'll see where he ends up. He's definitely not going to Madrid or Munich, though, I don't think. So the only club he could go to is Arsenal, so it's up to him really, isn't it? But if it was me, I'd let him go. David Miller, does Suarez know Arsenal from London, which is also in England? I don't know, David, you better ask him. If he doesn't, then he needs his fucking skull checked, in all honesty. If he's got a brain, that is. I don't think he has a brain on the football pitch sometimes, obviously with the biting and the diving, so I don't think he has a brain sometimes. I don't think he uses it well anyway. So if he doesn't know Arsenal are from London, which is also in England, he needs his skull checked. So cheers for the question. Abdullah Hirsier, another one of my legends. Do you think Brendan Rodgers is a future Liverpool? How long do you think he'll be in charge? Also, good luck to you in the future. You've had a good 10 months or so on YouTube. Cheers, Abdullah, but I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet. But yes, I do think Brendan Rodgers is the future of Liverpool. We cannot sack Brendan Rodgers. Why? Because it'll just set us back and we'll have to rebuild again. And I'm absolutely sick of waiting to get some success in. Because all we've won is a Carling Cup recently. And we lost to Abdullah's side he supports, Chelsea, in the FA Cup final. Great to bring that up, isn't it? So yes, I do think he's a future Liverpool. How long do I think he'll be in the job? I don't know. I hope it'll be a minimum of like 10 years, but I really can't tell, but I really hope it's a minimum of 10 years because we really need a long-serving manager.